Welcome back, everybody, to KJC Invitationals, brought to you by KJC Esports. And again, this is KGM versus Louvre, and this is gonna be game 2 of their game. It's gonna be Icebox, where the defense would be on the side of Louvre. And again, we're gonna be your shoutcasters for today. I'm Dash, and I'm here with Husky.
Yes, Dash, and this is game number 2. As you said, Louvre, they did take game 1 on Kingsmen's choice of map on Ascent. 13-9 was the score. And then one game away from not only breaking the curse of losing in the lower bracket against Kingsmen, but also securing themselves a lifeline to face up against Lee tomorrow in the lower bracket finals. But with that being said, we're on Louvre's choice of map. The best part is Kingsmen, they're not really a big fan of Icebox. Let's see if they can overcome it. Hazel has already taken out one, but Reason does get the trade back. The rest of Kingsmen, they are still not really making an entry just yet. The spike will be retrieved by Zeke in a bit. It's gonna take a while, and he was watching the flank, and Louvre, they just have to wait on sight.
They are really needing to be patient here. They're gonna be seeing each
Cage triggered.
Was able to open up on mid. Gonna be easier for them to infiltrate most of the members the Louvre right now. So Kingsmen, even when they went on the tube, this might be the chance for them to go for very, very long flanks. And if Zeke will be able to be successful with that, that being said, 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 was able to cancel him down. And Louvre is gonna be Kingsmen easily taking onto A side. 3 of them are here, waiting for them to go for the push, and they are finding ways to get into the side. Here comes the paint shells to push him out of the way. That is gonna be the first kill coming in.
Last player standing.
Back.
One
And
enemy
that's gonna
remaining.
be 1 versus 1. Sorry, the toxic screen comes in, not giving any info to 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, so at least he knows someone might be here. Here comes Doctor. He is on 2. Okay, this is gonna be interesting, man. If ever he would be able to get the side here, he's not taking any chances. 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 didn't have any info, but now he does. He goes in, will be able to see it. It's gonna be a big rotation for the Doctor. Here comes him. He has the half, and he's gonna be running away. He just wasn't able to get it. He might be able to. He's going for more. He might be able to. What was that? Almost getting it. Still, Kingsmen, that's what 0.01 seconds. Almost taking the win there.
That was so close. I mean, 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 actually got it to hand, so he knew that he had time to play with. But the Doctor, just at the very last second, he heard the half defuse and he made the move. So thank goodness that Kingsmen won that round, or else Louvre would have basically just walked away with one of the biggest heists of their pistol round. So with that being said, Kingsmen, they will have the guns available for the 1-up. Hazel was already making his way onto that nest, or at least try to go onto belt and fall back onto site. Unfortunately, was not able to get much done, especially when they lost the recon dart. The rest of Kingsmen, though, they're starting to make their way closer towards the site. 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 take out Hazel with the Marshall. It's gonna open up a bit more avenues for Kingsmen to work with. Lenny also gets picked off. Ivan, the idea of where he might be, even wards up that particular walkway so that Louvre won't be able to pour in. Now the Raptors and firing his elbow show, and Risa's gonna take him out as well. Now it is full site control for Kingsmen.
It's gonna be easier here on for Kingsmen.
1 enemy remaining.
Is them having Inspector and having the flawless. So big, you could just be able to flawlessly achieve what you want to do. They were successful right there. Kingsmen was able to get the win, and now it's the chance for Louvre to strike back, especially that they are on the defense. It could be harder for them to defend the side, forcing everyone to go for a rotation, but Kingsmen is making it work against them. The Spectres are going for it, especially when they go for short range fights. And now Louvre, they just need to play around their range. They need to play around their utilities, because right now Kingsmen is on top of it.
Oh, 100%. This is Louvre's buy round, so let's see if they can make a difference. Once more, Hazel not able to push on forward past pipes just because of the recon dart. 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 will still have the Marshall in hand. Let's see Hazel and gets a good headshot. That's the Vandal out of Hazel's hands. And in fact, Kingsmen, they're making good progress on that A site once more. 𝗏𝗃𝗃 is going to be the only guy there, so they will bring in flaring as well, coming from rafters. This is Kingsmen taking it slow. They have 𝗔𝗍𝗃 playing in that B garage, and that is also where 𝗍𝗃 is. But if 𝗍𝗃 stays the whip, not sure if they have the information. It seems like they don't. 𝗏𝗃𝗃 will be able to clean up 𝗍𝗍 as 𝗍𝗍 slowly pushes onto the site. Ivan's already there though. With his gun just being equipped, and that's gonna be a one trade. But at least we were able to slow down that push. So there is a chance for LVR to win this round.
LVR has the potential here, but 𝗏𝗏 getting the timing right was really what they needed all along. But flaring is keeping the dream alive. Beside of Louvre, Doctor and 𝗏𝗏 has big chances here, considering that 𝗏𝗏 still has dismiss. If ever he would be able to get the first kill, that would be big.
Last player standing.
They have less to work with, especially that they only have Spectres on the Doctor's side. It's okay, because at least this is gonna be a short range fight first. They would be able to see onto flaring. They want to go for a trade, they want to go for a crossfire, but 𝗏𝗏 was there on top of it. That's gonna be a 3K for 𝗏𝗏.
Yeah, Kingsmen off to a fantastic start. The 3 wins in a row. I mean, Icebox is a map that they hardly play on, and if they had a chance to ban, they would normally take out Icebox. So the fact that it went through for this lower bracket semi is definitely a surprise, but also a breath of fresh air to see what Kingsmen has to bring to the table. Statistically, they have not been winning too much Icebox. It is definitely Louvre favored. But right now, Kingsmen, they're not making it seem that way. In fact, with 3 wins in a row, they fall through back onto those iffy buys, 1 Guardian, and 3 Sheriffs.
Poison orb emitting.
Considering now that it's again the 4th round, this should have been a round that Louvre would be striking back. They haven't been able to win during that past round. That's the reason why Kingsmen are just on top of it. They have a lot of credits to working on their side. That's why now they have some credits, they have some vandals, but 𝗍𝗃𝗃 was able to take 1 down. And this might snowball in their favor, considering that Paint Shells be able to get the kill. Nope. Furthermore, Louvre is going for more, even though that they're and they are going aggressively here. 𝗏𝗏 now low in HP, needs to go for the Empress. He wants to get more against the side of Louvre. Now A side might be the target again for them. Kingsmen is slowly making their way onto this.
And look at that, they're
Scanning ahead.
up. There is 𝗍𝗃𝗃 on the flank. Guns out and go. Just perfect snap onto 𝗍𝗃's head. Gets the Devourer. He is topped up. Kingsmen aside beeline onto the B side. Sure, I mean, the Louvre, they definitely know that this is happening. Actually, can they stop
30
this,
seconds
though,
left.
as they, again, the Guardian from 𝗍𝗃 retrieved by Lenny. They have 2 Sheriffs, so this is definitely workable, but it's not going to be easy at all.
Spike planted.
They still the members right now of Louvre only has the Guardians and the Sheriffs. This is workable if they would be able to at least take 2 down before they go in for the push. But the time is ticking. Everyone's getting pressured. They're trying to get desperate here whenever they go for it. They have the wall to work for though if they want to go for a half diffuse. The plan was been seen, but they have half from still possible. If he would be able to get the kill here, 𝗏𝗏𝗃 will be able to make it work.
One enemy remaining.
He is going to be able to make it do.
Last
the
player
Doctor's the last one
standing.
standing. That is going to be the last one. They aren't going to be pushing him back as the Doctor is able to get the win. That is, again, the 4th round win for the side of Kingsmen.
And Kingsmen, they didn't even need to use the Viper's Pit for that round. It really came close for Louvre, and they almost made it work. 𝗏𝗃𝗃 even got his showstopper, but the Doctor is in the house, and look at him, 6-0, 0 death so far for the Viper of Kingsmen. For Louvre, they'll get their run, they'll get their guns this round. 𝗏𝗃𝗃 will get the operator. As for the side of Kingsmen, 𝗏𝗏 will just go back on the rifles. This is probably going to be a better round for Louvre. Let's see if they can get those initial pickoffs. 𝗏𝗃𝗃 is watching belt.
Nowhere to run!
To be able to bait them out, but now they are respecting their boundaries. That's why they're going for the defaults. So they know the 𝗏𝗏𝗃 might show up with an operator. He is not going to be able to be successful to get the first kill. He's still picking on, trying his best to get some info, but 𝗍𝗃 opening up B side. Now he's already here. Nobody's here to help out. flaring, try and get the kill onto 𝗍𝗃. He'd be able to get that was, he was able to though. Now it starts up to be A very, very rough round for Louvre. Losing one member is just gonna be so hard for them, but 𝗏𝗏𝗼 is still holding on to A side.
Your duty is not over.
𝗏𝗏𝗼 will bring 𝗏𝗏𝗼 back to life as well. Just give him another chance of life. 𝗏𝗏𝗼 with good
Spike
up
down
shot.
A.
Takes down 𝗏𝗏𝗼. That's a spike carrier, but it can be easy.
Got him.
So even gets Ivan as well.
Last
Not
player
able-
standing.
Not able to win the challenge against Hazel. And Kingsmen getting picked up one by one. Meet the doctor. Coming out of the kitchen.
enemy taken out.
But that's pretty much it. Flaring, 𝗏𝗏𝗼 return, kill, and Louvre took the first round on the board.
The Emperor strikes back, and here comes Louvre taking one against Kingsmen. Kingsmen right now, even though that they lost that, it's still okay. They still have something to work for. It's just that we have a lot of rounds just because Louvre, just only have one round. Just because Louvre was able to make it expensive for them every round whenever they go for the win. So right now, they have one more lifeline, one more round. If ever they lose, they would still have guns. So Louvre would need to win.
Standing
They
ahead.
would need to deny Kingsmen off this paper. With the Viper Spit starting off the round, for the side of Louvre, would be harder for Kingsmen to go for a push here.
Yeah, and this operator it did pay off with the first pickup. See 𝗏𝗏𝗼, he has changed his location onto to watch that rush on that B side. So green is kind of a no-go zone for Kingsmen. They use a bit of a shock dart to try to flush out high. So he's playing on top of pipes with the judge in this Viper's pit as well. So this is kind of dangerous territory for Kingsmen to go into. Ivan, he is so close.
What?
Literally breeding right beside Hazel just now. But they don't have much info to work with. In fact, Kingsmen, they're walking away. They're still gonna keep Namfu and Ivan on that A site. And we'll see if this is gonna be enough for Kingsmen to make a move on to B.
And they're pushing on to B. They have the recon bolt in there, and the info trap has been set for the team. Ivan is working his way onto the back side. Might be able to get
30
forward,
seconds
though,
left.
But he might be able to see. Oh no, he will. Oh no, he wasn't able to see it. Kingsmen, Ivan was able to get away with it. He's now going back. They
There.
are all on A side. He's on back side, but they don't know that Namfu is here also. So they're gonna come in. Just going in.
Spike down A.
I know
One enemy remaining.
There you go. Hazel was able to get the last kill, and that might be the last kill. Hazel was able to help them out, and that was a good round for the side of Blue.
Super unlucky for Kingsmen. I mean, that really came down to just timing. And 𝗏𝗏𝗼, he was so patient. He waited on top of pipes the entire time, knowing that Kingsmen take the zip line, he will be able to get a couple of kills. And of course, he got two on the way out. It's gonna put Louvre, up to 2-4, but it also forces Kingsmen onto the sheriffs.
Yeah, a good time to pave way for Loot, because right now Kingsmen force into the sheriffs. This is not going to be good for them, especially when you're on the attacker side. You want the bigger difference when it comes to the guns, but considering that Loot
Revealing
is just
area.
going in here, trying to be very patient on the push. Okay, the headshot from the doctor opens it up. Picks up a bit of the places. The side of Blue, they get the advantage. Now, it's now going to be easier for Kingsmen to be able to do this. This might be doable if they would be able to take one more down. A 3v5 is not an easy feat to do, especially if the sheriffs are on the hands of players like this. And Kingsmen are really good when it comes down to it. So 𝗏𝗏𝗼, be very patient on B. Get someone down. He's going to be backing away also. 𝗏𝗏𝗼 play with fire, but now Kingsmen decided to go to B, and Lou is not ready for it.
Yeah, so far, they only have 𝗏𝗏𝗼 watching with that operator in hand. He still has the paint shells to work with, but they have not caught wind of Kingsmen yet. Tough screen laid down though. There's a bit of info. There's the 𝗏𝗏𝗼 nearsighted.
30 seconds left.
Lob out their paint shells. They later plant by Smith. They already have the poison planted by the 𝗏𝗏𝗼s. So that definitely poses a problem, but you have Viper's Pit on Kingsmen. Now they're trying to get the spike planted.
Spike planted.
Working with it. Namfu though getting caught up by Hazel, as Hazel did come in from orange. So now it's gonna be more winnable for the side of Louvre is back. Louvre more kills going over to LVR.
One enemy remaining.
Ivan, he also died. Doctor with the sheriff hiding inside the catch Hazel, but that's pretty much it. Heist will clean him up. The trade is still there. They will get defused, and Louvre will win the third round.
Good round for the side of Louvre again, was able to deny the Viper's fit there. That could have been a round for Kingsmen if they were not picked off one by one. It's just that Louvre was able to walk around it, was able to get better positioning because of the way that 𝗟𝗏𝗡𝗅 was positioned. So Kingsmen got the shorter end of the stick there, but now they have some guns to work with during this next round. They also have the resurrection from Ivan. They just need to not be so aggressive, because if they go for the aggress against against Louvre right now, Louvre is online, they're back on track, they're getting consecutive rounds against a team who's this confident on how their shots are gonna go. Kingsmen might need to rethink their decisions.
They got up to a good start. Louvre adapted to it, and Kingsmen this time get a quick push onto the side, but they right now Hazel gets a kill. He's looking away. A point that's made by Lenny. He has to play on the flank as well, but 𝗟𝗏𝗡𝗅 is going to put a couple of bodies on the board for himself. It's battle of the race. The ball has been put up by Ivan. Still, no plan to
You will not
𝗟𝗏𝗡𝗅
kill my ally.
Lenny and Ivan will come back to life. 𝗟𝗏𝗡𝗅 now gets the third kill onto Hazel, giving Kingsmen a lot more room to work with. And sure, the utilities are thrown out from both sides. But they're going to find it pretty hard to stop Kingsmen from getting onto the site. In fact, they will back off. They'll save the guns. They will probably just try and save the guns.
Spike
they know
planted.
That it's impossible to win the round, and Louvre, they're just gonna let Kingsmen have this one.
They were able to get the operator anyway, and the resurrection has been burned, so this round is worth it for the side of Louvre. But Kingsmen, at least they were able to cap down the momentum coming in from the side of Louvre. So with the pushes that they've been doing so far, it is really going good if ever 𝗟𝗏𝗡𝗅 starts it off with a first kill, because after that Louvre wouldn't know what to do during that time. There's a big gap whenever Louvre loses one member that they could use in order for them to push for more advantages, for more space for themselves. And now Kingsmen knows that, so they are going to be rinsing and repeating this style for the next round for sure.
Thankfully, Kingsman still keeps that lead. You know, you don't let Louvre get the equalizer. And of course, this was Kingsman's buy round, so at least the economy is going to be in a slightly better place. Whereas for Louvre, they can just rebuy for everyone. These guys, they had that three round win streak, so they're looking super fine. Nothing to worry about. 𝗟𝗏𝗡𝗅 now has the Empress online, and Lenny will have his Hunter's Fury. Kingsmen have found more success on A, but that's also because they went on A side way more often than they do on B, despite having the Station Viper. It's just more of their comfort attack, I would say. We'll see if it's gonna work out again. No ult onto belt in case anyone from Louvre is there. They do play aggressive, but not onto the belt.
They don't want to go for more. They don't want to press it. The confidence that they have has been capped just because Kingsman was able to shut them down during the round a while ago. So this duelists on A are just waiting for someone to push 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, primed in position for anyone that goes onto heaven, and I was waiting for them to get for more, but onto belt it's gonna be easier for them to do. But now with the info trap that they set onto A side, it'll be easier to press for more advantages for the side. Oh, but 𝗍𝗏𝗏𝗏 was able to get two, might be able to get three, but 𝗍𝗏𝗏 was able to cancel him down.
Spike down, attacker spawn.
Able to come in, and that is gonna be it. Kingsmen now is on a disadvantage.
One enemy remaining.
There's 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 sealing the deal, and 𝗍𝗏, the last one standing for the team, is gonna go for more. Here comes the push from Flair. He was able to get the info. This duelists are gonna push for more. So now with 𝗍𝗏 onto mid, playing is just here.
30 seconds left.
This is gonna be it for Kingsmen. He might be able to just go for a save.
Yeah, there's nothing that 𝗍𝗏 can do. He is completely trapped. In fact, with Flary holding him back,
There.
and the rest of Louvre slowly pinstring him, this is gonna be the death for 𝗍𝗏. Just get the kill. Rico is gonna shoot him down from the back. Louvre put another round on the board and get the guns out of Kingsman's hands. It's gonna force a full rebuy for KGM.
That was really, honestly, that was good for Lou, but Kingsmen still has something to work for themselves, so just need to work it out. They have an Empress also So now, if ever 𝗏𝗡 starts it up with an Empress, it could be possible for them to infiltrate one side. Considering that they have been doing default since a while ago, that might not be the case. That could destroy the confidence of Blue. Right now, they're getting rounds per round. 𝗍𝗃 is going to go for an aggressive here, because he knows that someone on the side of Kingsmen might not have some budget. What is going to happen? Coming in from their side, flaring.
Spike down mid.
This is going to be the last two standing on the side of Kingsmen. They got the spike on hand. Still, would they be able to push for more? Because looking at how Louvre plays it, they're just as patient as Kingsmen, but the timing, 𝗍𝗃 must have been able to get the kill there against 𝗍𝗃, but the timing was not right, and now 𝗍𝗃 was able to get the kill, probably doable for the side of Kingsmen. At the spike on hand, it might be. The deciding factor here is where or what side are they going to push?
𝗍𝗃 will rejoin the Doctor as they now set their eyes on that A push. Of course, the Doctor's gonna get a Watt on that flank first. His toxic screen point on that B site, so they don't have much utilities to actually cover those angles on A. In fact, the only thing they have right now is the point is probably the recon dart to get us some intel, and that's what 𝗏𝗍 is, right? 𝗏𝗍 hiding on that default behind
30
one
seconds
of the
left.
Generators, I would say. So the Doctor is slowly inching forward on the zip line. Just gotta clear every angle, but 𝗏𝗍 doesn't hear the drop. 𝗍𝗃, in fact, clears him out. Case do not have a chance. It's a 2 versus 2.
Spike planted.
It was looking really iffy for them, but now they might be able to get for more because Shocker is going to come in. Also the Vipers, the toxic screen, and also the
Nowhere to run!
One enemy remaining.
And it's gonna be probably an easier round for the side of Kingsmen. Remember, that was a 2v4, and they are gonna be able to do this though. If
Out of
𝗏𝗃
charges.
would press for more advantages, because would get more though, but it might be impossible for him.
Yeah, he's going for those 𝗍𝗃. He has to go for the challenge, and of course the Doctor will shut him down. Kingsman barely keeping that lead, but that's exactly what they need now. At least they put themselves in a position where there's no way that Louvre can overtake them. The best that LVR can do right now is to tie up the match. But Kingsman, they're putting on a way better fight than I thought on Icebox. It's definitely something that I think that is gonna give Louvre a run for the money.
Yeah, they're getting a lot of kills here. Remember, this is the map that Louvre picked against Kingsmen, but right now, Kingsmen have been outperforming them when it comes to getting kills.
Revealing
The
area.
positioning of Kingsmen are always good whenever it comes down to it, and that's what I like about Kingsmen. They've been known to be good with the guns, and 𝗏𝗡 starts it off with a kill on 𝗏𝗍. Now, we got the advantage. They don't have anyone in mid. Gonna be forcing one to rotate onto that position. So anyone, any place could be the playground of Kingsmen.
And once more, Kingsman with the slow and patient approach to the rounds. The initial pickoff is hugely beneficial, especially with 𝗏𝗍, right? The Sova, no intel gatherer now available on the side of Louvre. They don't have the rest for flaring as well, and he is so far away from the resurrection. 4 out charges, in fact. So 𝗍𝗃 is gonna use the 𝗟𝗔𝗦𝗧 to clear out green, yellow at the same time. That's gonna spot out flaring. They have highs on that B side. Empress comes online for 𝗍𝗃. Wall is put up by Ivan. This should allow Kingsman to go for the plant, but there's
30 seconds left.
will delay it. It's gonna also give 𝗍𝗃 enough time to shoot down the wall.
Okay, that's good bait. 𝗏𝗃 might be caught off guard. Right, but 𝗏𝗃 was able to get it anyway. 𝗍𝗃 is here. He's gonna push for more. He's gonna
Spike
get it.
down
The Empress is still alive. So now they don't have any more time. They need to push this down, but the
10
Doctor with
seconds
the
left.
kills clearing up the side a bit. They have some space for themselves though. So what they need is to
Spike
kill 𝗍𝗃
planted.
onto the back side. They were able to get the plan. They have some time to work with.
One enemy
Was able to
remaining.
get the kill, but 𝗍𝗃 was able to get the 2 down with just 1 spray.
And with that, they stopped they completely read Kingsman like a boat. I mean, Kingsman set up a diversion, but 𝗏𝗃 and
Last round
and
before the
𝗍𝗃
switch.
once more hand in hand, holds down the site. And even though Kingsmen forcibly got the spike planted, there was no way they could have been able to do it the post plant. Last round of the half, Louvre looking to tie it up at least. The Kingsmen, they have 3 Phantoms, but everyone else, the Doctor has a Judge, Frieza has a Spectre. They have 2 ultimates available. The Doctor is 1 away from his Viper's Pit. But for the side of 𝙋𝙗𝗍 also has his Viper's Pit available.
Scanning ahead.
So they drop it on the A side. Kingsman looking for a B push.
Yeah, they're going for a B push. They're going for the info. They have the toxic chain. They commit everything on this. They just need to be themselves. They have the Viper's Pit. So it couldn't be any easier for Kingsmen. They are the ones who have something to do. So they just need to go for it. So Louvre, Red will be able to start it up, but with the recon ball coming into the second, they will be able to push it down already. But no,
Spike
Louvre is
down,
it's the
B.
perfection. They might go for an equalizer.
One
here.
enemy
The Spike is
remaining.
on their sides. 𝗍𝗔 was able to get the kill. Zeke is the last one standing, but they don't know where he is. They might be able to get the kill here. They are expecting that he's gonna go for the flank, but Zeke is already here on the B side. They were able to get it. Zeke flushes. It's impossible to come in, and the slow comes in also from the shot, and Lenny was able to get it, and that's gonna be an equalizer for the side of Blue.
Switching
Yeah,
sides.
Kingsman stood no chance in that round, and now we go to the second half. Louvre on attack. Better watch out, because this is where they will start to drive. 6-6 is the score. Louvre was able to tie up after a pretty slow start, and that is the recovery that we love to see from this team. And so far, Kingsman is that whatever momentum that they had from the beginning doesn't really matter anymore, because Louvre have essentially recovered and bounced back from after facing Kingsman's wrath, I would say, for the first 4 rounds. So now on attack, I'm slightly worried for Kingsman just because of how efficient Louvre is on the attacking side. We'll see how it works out. Louvre, they're ready to push on to B.
It's the reason they had a hard time getting the first game attack. Louvre is really great on the attacker's side, so what they want
Toxin
is to
screen
go
down.
advantages with the Louvre that they get. And it's the reason why Kingsman is already rotating, because they know if Louvre commits on one side, everyone goes with it. There's gonna be a flank. There's gonna be a flank defense here, but they might be able to get it if it's just one person, so need to be careful. Lenny's gonna back away. He knows that he doesn't need to go for this. He's gonna go for more, and that's gonna be a flank. He's gonna come in, flaring. He's gonna back away. He has been damaged, but 3 members are already on the backside. Here comes the party. Kingsmen are on the back. There's a flank coming in. The was able to get killed once at the start.
What?
And 𝙋𝙗𝗍 was able to get another
One
shot,
enemy
making
remaining.
2. And now that might be a flawless
Toxin
round for
screen
them. The
down.
last one standing would be the Doctor, but he's trying ready for this. The headshots came in, and 𝗍𝗒 was able to get the shot, and that is going to be an advantage for the side of Blue.
Oh my goodness, 𝙋𝗒𝗍 is an absolute madman. That guy, they saw 3 guys of Kingsman, and 𝙋𝗒𝗍 just pushed all the way into garage, and knowing that his teammate had his back. Pistol up for LBR, but looking at this one up, I mean, Louvre, they again on offense, they are just a force to be reckoned with. And Kingsman, we saw in that round, stood no chance at all, and just like that, because of the performance that
There.
Louvre put in. Now they are in such a good position. In fact, 𝗍𝗒, he's just gonna go for the Vandal.
They're gonna go for a push here. Kingsmen don't have any guns, and everyone on the side of Blue. Look at the rotations going in. It's the reason why Louvre is this confident when it comes to
Toxin
fighting.
screen
They
down.
took a lot of damage there to the head. Now it's gonna be harder for him there on. He might not be able to get the plant here, because most of the members are really lying in wait. Even with the pistol, it's gonna go crazy. They don't defend their sides. They are pressing their advantages. Kingsman knows that they only have classics. That's why they're not that confident in getting this zone. They might go for the flank. Lenny's here waiting for them. Look at that. He's waiting. He's trying to take the timing. Might get the shot though. The timing is he was able to get 2. Might be able to get 3. What was that? Oh no, he flicked on the right time and was able to catch the 3.
One enemy remaining.
They tried to rotate.
There they
Now,
are.
everything up to par, because Lenny was able to get the 4K, and now Kingsmen on a 2 round disadvantage, but still, now they have guns.
Or Louvre, Lenny was in the most unsuspecting position ever. I mean, Kingsman, they had the right idea. There was no way they could just come in. They would just come in, from all range and snowplow and get onto the default. there's wall. No, there's the slow orb. It was impossible for Kingsman to make that move. Second best decision, go for the flank, and Lenny knew it. Waited under boilers, just so if Kingsman went to kitchen, he was going to spot them out. But Kingsman went under tube, and Lenny took care of the job. So far, LVR, they have been finding a lot of success on the B, and they're gonna try again. Look at that, Kingsman completely unprepared for this push. In fact, Blue should have an easy time planting.
Enemy tank.
𝗲𝗓 does spot out every single one from LVR, but 𝗟𝗃𝗀, he's already going to work. Takes out the doctor. They throw out the leader from 𝗍𝗃. Sure, Ivan is dead, ready to spray on the wall, but look at that. Louvre, they have Lenny on the flank once more. He's going to make
Revealing
contact
area.
with 𝗍𝗃. Hiding the right now. Flaring sees that was immediately shot down. So Flaring can't get the plant off, but he's able to walk out and heal himself. Lenny though might be able to catch 𝗏𝗏, and that is very important info. 𝗏𝗏 will have to win this fight. The rest of the they're coming in, destroying. 𝗏𝗏 will able to get the kill and dismiss away. That is great. A time bomb for the Kingsman.
Spike down.
Ivan gets
Spike
third,
down,
and
mid.
𝗏𝗏 cleans it up. Kingsman win the buy round.
Good kills coming in from the side of Kingsmen, was able to get a lot of them. So now Louvre, this is also their time to fight back. Fourth round where everybody has guns. Now Kingsmen, they lost 2 members. That's why some of them doesn't have any of the assault rifles. So Louvre just need to do something different. Kingsmen was able to know what they're gonna do, and if ever that has been the strategy so far against Louvre, whenever they push onto a side, everybody's there, so we don't need to go for aggressive pushes. We just need to get some info, and we get it, we might know where they're gonna push. With Louvre again, 𝗍𝗃 going for a very aggressive one here. 𝗏𝗏 was able to get anything, so now it's gonna be very slow after this. But no, Louvre is still continuing to press on. They have the info here, so they are gonna go for a pushback. They're gonna back away. It's gonna be the call for sure, the signal for the side of Kingsmen. This might be the rotation for Louvre.
And look at that, Kingsman matching that move, at least for now. They will still keep 2 guys on that A side, and they realize, okay, there's a lot of footsteps. The doctor calls for help with the leader thrown in. The doctor confirms to make it on the B side. Thankfully, there's a snake bite again, delaying the plant. They shoot down the walls. Flaring won't have that sense of security. He's gonna have to rely on the rest of the team. Metal Fox, another snake bite being pulled now. And he does land, but Flaring gets right down. 𝗍𝗃 and 𝗍𝗃 will put some numbers on the board, and Flaring will also chip in. 𝗏𝗏 finally makes it there, but it's only up to him and Ivan to try and keep this alive, because they're starting to run away with the rounds, and 𝗏𝗏 is gonna hug this yellow container. They're gonna go for deep kills. The timing for high is
Last player standing.
Gets caught by 𝗍𝗃, and now they'll throw out the hunter as well. And whether it connects or not, Flaring is there to close it out. The numbers check out for Louvre, and they will make it tonight.
That could have been possible for Kingsmen if ever they were able to get the kill. 𝗏𝗏, the unsuspecting push to yellow. They didn't expect it on the side of Louvre. He was able to get away with 1. If he was able to get 1 more, that could have been chance for Ivan to be able to get the win there. But that was just fortunate for the timings and the numbers advantage of Louvre. And now they're looking really good. They are capping the momentum of each other. They are on their toes. Kingsman now onto the Sheriffs. This is not what they wanted, but now look at his position right now. He's now that tough because he knows that he could put a dent on the armors of Kingsmen. Louvre, it's just shutting them down every step of the way whenever they find those weak points.
And with that, they already got the 2 kills. You can see 𝗍𝗃𝗀, he's still playing around on belt, and just great patience, great discipline to get the kill onto 𝗍𝗃. The rest of Louvre are about to pour in. 𝗍𝗃,
One enemy remaining.
catches off guard. He thought that 𝗍𝗃 was still on the zip line, but that was not the case. Louvre gets the spike planted, and there's nothing that the doctor can do. I mean, he's stuck in a 1 versus 5. This is kind of nothing wrong for Kingsman, so the doctor will try anyways, but 𝗍𝗃 will close it out in a flawless fashion. Louvre, the first team to make it to 10 points.
We're able to get it, and I'm kind of expecting that Louvre gaining the win there anyway. So right now, with the way that Kingsmen works, it's just that they're very patient when it comes down to the push from the side of Louvre. But they know, they have been conditioned that whenever the push from Louvre would happen onto one place, it would happen again. Everybody's gonna come through. But if they are conditioned right there, that might have been the trap that they could have set on the side of Blue. So now they're gonna go for a push. They're gonna go for a default right there, which is something different on the side of Blue. So Kingsmen might not be expecting this.
And okay, look at that. Louvre, they're just pulling Kingsmen around the map. In fact, Kingsmen, they got them completely wrong. They hear the gunshots, hear there's a poison on the doctor, finally makes contact with Louvre. But Louvre has got so much control of that A side. The doctor's control the snake bite to buy a bit of time. Begins. Come in from the flank, but here comes 𝗏𝗏. It's already on that back being control out.
Spike down A.
The doctor takes out 𝗏𝗏, but hides the with the trade. Now Kingsmen, they've already got Louvre pincered in. Can they get those tools up? Now Phil's watching the bell. Gets a tag on the 𝗍𝗃, and it's gonna be able to finish him off. So Louvre will be
Last player standing.
on the zip line, and he will also be shot off. 𝗍𝗃 is completely trapped in the corner, and Kingsman to watch. He takes Ivan out. 𝗟𝗢𝗨𝗩𝗥𝗘 is there for the trade, and Kingsman still stays alive, and they hang on to the game.
Yeah, they really don't want Louvre to get this consecutive rounds against them, because if ever they pop off, they're all gonna pop off. So now with Louvre losing that round, have a possibility for Kingsmen to still be able to get for more. They have this win, and they just need to look for more. So they have that. They don't have any credits, which is okay. They are on the defender side anyway. They just need to be smart on how they're gonna hold those angles. So Louvre, they need to try something different, because right now Kingsmen were able to adapt to what they're doing.
So far, Kingsmen, they've only gotten one round in the second half, and you can see that the Viper's Pit immediately used by the doctor on that A side. So that's gonna keep Louvre away. 𝗲𝗏 will see 𝗍𝗃 trying to come into two. So at least Kingsmen this time, they are more spread out. So more ground is gonna be covered by the team. But Louvre, they are still playing that slow and drawn out game. See where Kingsmen is gonna be. The doctor will have a judge playing on pipes. Most likely, we're gonna see Louvre go onto the B side, and they're getting ready for the push.
They're kind of expecting that they're going to be pushing onto B side, because honestly, they have the Vipers on A anyway, so it shouldn't be any easier for us to be able to get in my way. And here comes the plan for the team, so they might be able to plan it on different sides. They are going to push. They are going to be
Toxin screen down.
Was the one who was falling down. 𝗏𝗏 started off with one, and now the side right now, Kingsmen are just
You will not.
and they are like the Kings. Taking down almost everyone. They got two with 𝗏𝗏. The Viper's Pit is not working well for them. They're making it work on their side. They have this. They have
Last player
Isaac to be able
standing.
to take the shot, and now the doctor is gonna make it work. And it's gonna be possible for the team to get this. They have the spike down. He just needs to buy some bit of time. If he would be able to, he might be able to get the
One
Now
enemy
that he
remaining.
was there, but the shocker came in. It's half planted, but they would be able to get it. So still, Kingsmen are still on top of it.
Well, the timing was almost a bit off. I mean, Lenny has had that sense, had the presence of mind to go for the shock dart. It actually got a kill and cancel the defuse, but Kingston was able to bring it to half before that, and 𝗏𝗏 really went huge. I mean, Louvre, they did not the Viper's Pit did not cover the back of yellow, and 𝗏𝗏 on the second floor was able to take out both 𝗟𝗟 and 𝗍𝗃, and that really changed the fight. So Kingsman keeping it close and tight against Louvre. In fact, this is Louvre's last buy round before they get forced into eco, and it was also a very expensive round for Louvre as well. That was the Viper's Pit and the rest, but it ended up being a loss. So huge victory for Kingsman. Now it's their turn to have the rest.
Deploying drone.
Yeah, they can press for this, because so far it hasn't been. I mean, it's most of the time it's still the advantage is in their favor, but right now they're really fast here. Isaac is able to get the kill on one backside. Isaac might fall down, and it's gonna be the time for them. The trades are happening now. Get on the side. Louvre is already here. Here comes the timing for Kingsmen. They just have to be really careful in how they push this side. They don't have any info on where they are, so they're just gonna back away. Zeke and also
One enemy remaining.
Ultimate coming in, but that was a cancel for this side. Zeke can get it. A headshot again happening. 𝗏𝗏 making it work for the team.
And Louvre inches one round closer to the lower bracket finals, and to close out, this entire story between them and Kingsman. And KGN, they what the trades were not too bad. You know, for the side of Kingsmen, Ivan was able to hold his ground. But you look at the numbers, Namfu and the Doctor, these two are doing God's work for the team, especially Namfu. This guy, always sharp, always precise. But the rest of Kingsmen, they are slightly lagging behind. And Ivan, he's gonna just push up forward. Not really affected too much by the Lear. They are on the equal anyway, so they might as well just make it expensive for Louvre. Lenny does get attacked, even spots out Ivan as well. And I don't think Ivan knows about this. This is gonna be super important for the side of Kingsmen. Now Ivan tagged out by the he's gonna get away. Lenny does lose the fight. There's Hazel around. That's good enough for Louvre.
Losing the resurrection again, that is not going to be good for them, but still, it's an equal round anyway. They're taking a lot of damage. The 𝗟𝗚𝗃 has also being used for their side. They are not wanting to get this one though, but they're still using all their ultimates in order for them to please shut them down on where they don't need to be shut down. This is expectant for Louvre to be able to win this round. And could they be able to? Because right now, a lot of ultimates have been used right now by the Kingsmen. So Louvre, hey, they just need to hold this ground. They might win against Kingsmen.
And look at Louvre, they have all the angles covered. You have one on pipes, one on A main, and of course one on the edge of the box as well. Oxen takes out 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. That's gonna open up a bit more room to work with as 𝗲𝗏𝗏 throws out the snake bite. Now both
player standing.
Zeke also wins this fight. 𝗲𝗏𝗏𝗏 comes in from behind, and Kingsman refuses to bow. They get the upgrades, they keep 3 guys alive, and they will also make it to double digits.
Louvre didn't expect to lose that round, because as the announcer said, it is a thrifty round. It is an equal round for the side of Kingsmen, but they made it work. And with the use of the ultimates, even if they did get some info, yes, and that's what paved way for them to get the win. Now Louvre, oh no, this is not what they wanted. They're now on sheriffs, and right now Kingsmen would press for the equalizer, and if ever they get that, they might be getting the game. If ever they get more momentum onto this one.
This is definitely closer than anticipated. So they're gonna try once more, and since they're on the sheriff, they might as well make it good. Undergoing intro now again. Nofu actually spotted out, and the Wumba connected. Ivan's gonna keep himself up, and Ivan Nofu has the Phantom. Doesn't matter. They've already spotted him with the Wumba early on, so that's gonna give Louvre 2 quick kills. You get the upgrade into the Phantom as well. The rest of Kingsmen, or at least for both 𝗲𝗏𝗏𝗏 and Zeke, they both make it onto the B side, but guess what? Louvre, they're out. About to beeline their way onto A. Only the Doctor remains stationed there. So Louvre, they have a huge opening to get spiked down.
They just need to take the backside if Louvre wants to get this win. Right now, it's just that the Doctor is on point when it comes to those shots, so he needs to stop them from getting in. If he ever gets some 2 members down, that would be the best kill that he could have here. He slows down the push, the flank might happen, one is on the flank watch. Everything gets to the backside, he would be able to get it! Hazel was able to make it work for the team, now he needs to back away. 𝗍𝗏𝗏 just needs to back, because right now KGM are pressing for more. He might get some kills. Zeke is online. He might get more. Now is the time for Kingsmen to be conquering their advantages. The Kings are here. They might get for more. They are not.
One enemy
going to
remaining.
be able to get one more. And one last time, 𝗍𝗏𝗏𝗏 is against Louvre. 3 versus 1 against the world. He was trained for this. He was waiting for this moment. Would he be able to get it? But he would be able to, because Hazel falls down. He's low on HP, but he might be able to get the headshot. So Lenny needs to lead the team to victory. If not, it's not going to go good. Lenny was able to get that, and 𝗍𝗏𝗏𝗏 falls down.
And while all of that was happening, Lenny busy wrapping around, and really paid off. It gave Louvre that extra angle to work with, and Kingsmen, they finally call for a timeout on the edge with their backs against the wall. They finally take that break. They finally take that 60-second timeout, and this is gonna be crucial though. They don't need too much, just 2 rounds to catch up to Louvre. Empress is online for Hazel. Kingsmen, on the other hand, have the resurrection to work with. They just need to just take it slow, because we've seen them stop Louvre in their tracks. Last match was really close, and this match looks to be the same. But if you're Louvre, you just need 1 more round to knock Kingsmen out of the invitationals.
They need to just keep their mental up here. If it becomes stable, they might be able to win and hold out against Louvre. A while ago, we have seen Louvre goes for traps. You're conditioned that whenever you're gonna go for a push on the side of Louvre, they're all gonna go for it. But a while ago, they baited them on a bait and switch onto A side, and they were not expecting it. And that's the reason why Louvre was on top of it during that last round. Even it was a thrifty round, an equal round for their side. Now, with that, the economy is not in shambles. Still a possibility for them to hold on this one though. So they need to change some strategies. They put some people down onto B side. They aren't even caring on what's gonna happen on B. Everyone is gonna push on C. Whoever gets successful, he gets the first kill, gets the advantages for his whole team.
And 𝗏𝗏, he's gonna be the one to make the first move. He has always been the one to make the first move. And 𝗏𝗏 not gonna be able to win the fight. That is huge for Kingsmen. And it really paid off. I mean, they had Ivan with it. Even if 𝗏𝗏 goes down, as long as Ivan gets the trade, they can always press 𝗏𝗏 back. And that's the advantage of having the resurrection. 𝗍𝗏, the 𝗟𝗔𝗦𝗧, not able to gather much intel, at least on with the whereabouts of Louvre. They send 𝗍𝗏 and Lenny at least onto the A site with flaring plus first love. Not first love, excuse me. Flaring plus Hazel looking on that B. It's a slow one from the side of Louvre just because they
Enemy tag.
They were able to lose them.
Scanning ahead.
You
They
will
really
not
need
kill my
Redco if
allies.
They want to go for a win here, because if ever Redco is alive, they have the boom butt to work with. They have the patience to clear up some places of the site. And if Hazel was able to get it, no,
30
this is
seconds
not
left.
what he wanted to happen. It is not gonna go good with that start. It's bad. No resurrection for the team. It is gonna be a push for Louvre. This comes it. The signal has been turned, and here comes the push. Here comes the pain shells to the backside. They're being pushed back. Zink is here. He was able to get the shot. He might not get more.
10 seconds
Kingsmen
left.
on the flank
Last
was
player
able to get
standing.
two, and it's looking good for Kingsmen. If we're able to get it, it is gonna be their lifeline. They have one more round, and it's the most crucial one yet.
Yeah, and that was the round that Louvre used the resurrection, and everything looked well from the beginning, but Kingsman bought enough time for the flank to come true. Then that itself keeps Kingsman in this match. And they need one more for overtime. Louvre barely able to muster up creds for the guns, but you can see 𝗏𝗏, he now only has a judge to work with. The only ultimate available for Louvre right now is the Viper's Pit. But Kingsman, they have 3 ultimates. They have the Neural Theft, the Viper's Pit, and also the rest to work with. This is not looking good for Kingsman, and the Doctor, he is about to lay down that
Here comes the Viper's Pit on A side. And a while ago, we have seen members of Louvre able to play around this. But with the info being called out by the side of Kingsmen, and now rotating pretty fast onto B, trying to get some info that 𝗏𝗏 is going to come in. He would be able to see most of the members
Enemy mark.
from the rotation from their side. So now it's going to be, if this is going to be played out smart, and not just going to rotate everyone onto B, it's probably going to be the target. Now, nobody goes to A on the side of Louvre, but now that they're going for it, Kingsmen might not be expecting it. Hazel is already in tubes. They have 3 members slowly walking towards him. He might catch him off guard. His back is turned. 𝗏𝗏, would he be able to see it? Look at this. There's a tripwire on site. Now it has been called. They know they're on site. 𝗍𝗏 might fall down. 36 HP. Not what you want to happen. 𝗏𝗏 is waiting. He might be able to get the kill.
Spike
He gets
down,
the distance
B.
out of the way.
Welcome to
Overtime
my
is
world.
still up in their sights. The Viper's Pit would come in. So now they don't have the
30
spikes on
seconds
their hand.
left.
So that's not what they want to happen. They might go for the spike here. They're trying to play it very differently on the side of Blue. They're playing really slowly with the Viper's Pit on hand. Side on A. Lenny able to make it work. He's leading the team to victory. But no, he fell down also. And there's going to be the spike plant onto B side.
Last
Nobody's
player
here to help him
standing.
out. And now there's going to be overtime. Kingsmen made it work.
The
Switching
closest
sides.
match yet.
Overtime.
Forcing, pushing 𝗏𝗏 to the absolute brink on this overtime. Cannot believe it. They have done it. I mean, again, Kingsman, the past few rounds, they have been, you know, they have been doing all the lurks, the flanks, and all of it worked out super well. Now you put Kingsmen back on in the attack. That is the momentum that they need. Louvre had a couple of chances to close out the round, but Kingsmen kept coming back. 12 to 12, I mean, I would not have expected this.
Yeah. Remember, Husky it's the map pick of LVR again. They're having a hard time fighting against Kingsmen right now, and it's not the most ideal situation to be in, especially that the toxic scene has already come in to A side. This might be the push that Kingsmen wanted all along. If they would be able to get this, it is the most crucial one.
Enemy tag.
So now, for this game 2, they might go for a game 3. This is where Kingsmen thrive. If this goes for game 3, they are confident that they're gonna win. So LVR needs to cancel it, needs to push them back. Right now, it's gonna be a ball on the side, and they are gonna press for more advantage. Rachel comes in, 𝐼𝗔𝗼𝗍𝗀 might fall down. This is what they needed. 𝗏𝗏 was able to get the kill again, leading the team with another first shot. And it's what they wanted all along. It's a 4v3. Low HP and almost all of the members, but still, it's possible for them to get the headshots if they want to. Just need to be smart about it. Here comes the blow coming into this side.
Last player
Most of the members
standing.
already fell down. One member's last one. Kingsmen was able to get that last one down.
Perfect offense for
Switching
Kingsmen,
sides.
completely shutting down
Match point.
Louvre. I mean, if after this round, someone give a medal to 𝗏𝗏. This guy, on the past few rounds when Kingsmen needed it the most, he clutches out every single round. 2 to 3 kills on average. And he's the real clutch master. He's a general of Kingsmen. LVR being put on the back foot. And that was off of a very good recovery as well from the team. Now with that all set in stone, they need to win this round to be able to push it to a second overtime. If not, Kingsmen are looking at the game 3.
Okay, we're going to game 3 if anything happens, so the timing could be any rider. They're going to be going for a push on B side. This is where they were able to get a lot of success for the side of Louvre. That's why they're trying to rinse and repeat it. But with the bait that they set already on B side, rotations would come in pretty fast. This has been the condition right now. If ever they weren't successful on pushing on one side, they're going to rotate
Deploying
onto the
drone.
other. That's why they signaled the rotation already onto their side. Most of the members are going already to A side. Kingsmen knows what to do against them now. So Louvre, they have to
Enemy
try
catch.
something different. They're going for the push and they're not taking any chances.
Yeah, actually committing. Look at 𝗍𝗧. He is revealing the member of Louvre to his team. And sure, Louvre to get onto the side, but now it's time to win those frag wars. Rachel, this one is an important angle. The ball that goes up, but Doctor shoots it down really quickly. 𝗟𝗏 commits to the plan. 𝗍𝗧 already got the first kill. 𝗟𝗏 goes for Jiggle, wins that fight. Super crucial for Louvre. They have one guy hiding under Raptors. 𝗏𝗏 gets Hazel through the wall, and he just misses. And he's not sure if he saw 𝗟𝗏, but now 𝗟𝗏's gonna push on forward. Lenny has to join as well. This
Good
Husky
attempt.
is buying so much space. 𝗟𝗏 gets a good kill to 𝗼𝗔𝗟𝗢. That pig is important. And now
One enemy remaining.
What?
Last player
And
standing.
it's now up to 𝗏𝗏 to clutch this out. 𝗏𝗏 is gonna come to the zip line. He's coming for it. But it down. And Kingsmen pushed us to map 3.
Okay,
Defenders
Kingsmen
win.
was able to win it, and they are gonna win it. This game 3 is gonna be brought to you by Kingsmen, because right now we weren't expecting them to win, but now they were able to make things happen. They cracked the code against Louvre. And again, everyone would just take a break before we go into game 3. We have been your casters for today. I'm Dash, and I was here with Husky. See you guys for game 3.